flexing my triceps on the video.
Good morning, guys. It's Jonathan with One Big Impact, and it is day 5 of the One Big Impact 7-day challenge. So I wanted to start, and I'm just going to kind of go around and talk while I'm moving around. I wanted to start by saying specifically, and I know the lighting is kind of crappy here. I don't think it's going to get any better no matter what I do. But basically, the gist of my video is I know everything's a mess right now. The point of today's video is we are a couple days away from being done with the challenge, and obviously the challenge continues as far as like weight loss or living a healthier life. But I think what happens is a lot of us begin to be completely consumed by this, and I do want you to treat achieving your goals as an obsession, but the important thing is that you can't be completely consumed by your obsession. And I know that sounds kind of contradictory of each other, but here's what I mean. When you're chasing something, if you're working on living a healthier life, or you're building a race car, or you're trying to grow your biceps, or trying to get that new job or something like that, sometimes you can do too much. You have to remember to step back into reality to be able to still connect with who you are as a person. And the reason that's really important first is because, like myself, I'm a little bit of a workaholic. I get really wrapped up in stuff, and I end up doing everything. Like, for instance, my YouTube or my Facebook group or our Facebook family, or the other groups, or whatever. I will go and go and go, and if you're not in a position mentally where you are still putting mental energy and refueling your system of who you are inside, then unfortunately, by doing so, you're creating a higher potential for catastrophic failure on your actual goal. So if you're like, for instance, if you're like, well, I want to lose weight, I'm going to work on losing weight, and that's all I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to do anything else, but I'm going to lose weight. Okay? At first, it's going to be really effective. At first, you probably need that insane momentum to get started, okay? And that's okay. I'm not saying anything bad about that. But what happens after a little while is it's like putting gas in a car and putting gas in a car and putting gas in a car and putting gas in a car, and you're going on all these road trips and everything and never doing an oil change. Never cleaning the car. Never doing a tune-up. What happens if you don't do the regular maintenance to that vehicle? I don't know if you know anything about vehicles, but if you don't do regular maintenance to that vehicle, eventually, maybe not right away, usually not right away, but eventually that car is going to break down, okay? Because you haven't given the necessary refueling, the necessary maintenance, the necessary doing those things that you still love. Yes, I understand you're pushing to lose weight, and you're pushing to get healthier, and you're pushing to get less stress in your life, and you're pushing to get relaxation, and you're pushing to get to work on your depression. You're pushing to get more sleep. You're pushing to do all these things. You're pushing and pushing and pushing. You got all that fuel in that gas, and it's like if you were going 100 miles an hour down the road with all your gas, and you're just constantly pouring gas, constantly pouring gas. After 3,000 or 4,000 miles, you need to stop and you need to refuel. So what I'm saying is you need to understand, what do you actually love? Okay, something I love, what I'm currently doing, and this is why I'm showing you this, is I love moving stuff around. I love reorganizing. Not that it's ever really organized, but I like changing my environment constantly. I like rearranging would be the word. I like moving things around. It makes me feel fresh, new, and then in the process I kind of clean, and that's probably the only time I clean, but it gets done. So you can see currently, setting up some different stations, doing stuff I love, and it feels really good. Okay, I like making videos, but I also like, improving myself and working on, making better content and working on being able to help each other more, or help people more with achieving their goals and their dreams. So if I was just constantly doing that and I was never feeding, my soul or my existence, then I just burn out. And I'll be honest, like recently I've been hitting that burnout. So about a week ago, I started reconnecting, and I'm like, you know what? I need a bigger work environment. I need a bigger space. I need a new space. I'm going to try to disconnect a little bit from everything I'm doing. I'm going to clean up my area. I'm going to give it a new, fresh look. I'm going to feel good about this. And it's actually been working. Okay, I've been getting out of the house. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go on a random drive. I'm going to go, do what I like to do because I enjoy that stuff. So if you're constantly working on losing weight, yes, like I said, it's going to happen in the beginning. It's going to be fine. It's going to be a really effective scenario for you. But eventually, if you don't do the maintenance, if you don't do the tune-up, if you don't get a massage, if you don't turn the freaking computer off and stop doing freaking research, if you don't do the things that you love or did love before you started this journey, which is your maintenance, okay? If you love going out and watching a movie, if you love doing a vision board, if you love reading books about something besides weight loss, if you love scrubbing your carpet, I don't care what it is, okay? It could be anything for you. Then you need to make sure you're still doing those things, because if you're not, you're going to break down. You're going to stop losing weight. You're going to get stressed out. You're not going to have that forward momentum that you had at one time, okay? And the reason for that is your tank is empty, okay? And it doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're insignificant. It doesn't mean that you have necessarily, it's not that you failed at anything. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. All it means is your body's telling you it's time that we refuel. It's time that we get a tune-up. It's time that we take a little time for ourselves. And the reason I say that is I'm a bit of a workaholic, okay? I know a lot of you don't see Facebook. This is BCAAs, by the way. Drink them daily if you're trying to build muscle. I know a lot of you see Facebook and YouTube, for me, not as a job, and that's okay. I understand that. But realistically, today, last night I was so tired I fell asleep at 6. I woke up at 11 o'clock at night. And I've been working since 11 p.m. last night, doing editing and responding to comments. And you'll see that happens a lot because I just like to help, and I like to work, and I like to feel. Let me cut this video off at 10 minutes. I don't want to go too far. But if you're constantly working, you're not feeding your ability to work, okay? It's like if you were to start in the gym today and you went for 10 hours. More is not always more, okay? It's quality over quantity, okay? If to give the quality you and put forth the quality you that you need to put forth to be able to attain your goals, whatever those goals are, it's going to be really important that you constantly keep feeding you, okay? Not food. I'm not saying food. But I'm saying, like, you know, what makes you happy, what nurtures your soul, what brings you back. If it's hanging out with family, you need to get off of this kick and maybe go hang out with family for a little bit. Okay, stay on track on your meal plan, stay on track on all that, but get out of your headspace for a little while. You're stressing yourself out. One of the studies have proven, if you are constantly chronically stressed out, it is damaging the part of your brain that controls the hormones and the ability to feel full. Okay, you're damaging your mind further by stressing out more about something that doesn't even need to be stressed out about. So the gist is, feed your soul and your body is going to respond to your mind. But make sure that you're still giving yourself time to be you. Okay? I want you to create an obsession about this, but also create an obsession about loving yourself and still giving yourself time to do what matters most to you. And if you forgot, maybe it's time to reconnect with those things. Okay? You guys, I love you guys. Keep up the good work. Be stronger than your excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. And have a beautiful day. If you could, please give me some updates. I would love to. And if you're not seeing movement on the scale on this challenge, you need to be messaging me and telling me what you're doing and talk to me. Okay? Because if you don't, I have no way of telling what's going on, if something's wrong, if something needs to be fixed. It doesn't matter if it's day 5. Okay? Yeah, the challenge is a couple days away, but it doesn't matter. The important thing is that you figure out what's happening. Because the challenge is the time that I am focused on making sure I answer your questions and we can fine-tune whatever you're doing. You guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much for all the support. I think we have like 550 subscribers more to go to hit 10K. So we're super excited. Looking to hit 50K this year at minimum. Peace, guys.